So whatever you do, don't get your revelation from your situation. I'm going to say it again. Don't get your revelation from your situation. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm just going to be honest and transparent about my own self. So I remember one day, one of my friends, I'll call him my homie. One of my homies, he pulled up and he was in his lady's car, and he had just washed the car. The car was sparkling nice, the rims was nice, it was beautiful. And he came pulling up, and you know how when they pull up, you see the rims just sparkling, and the bumper, everything was shiny because he really put some work into this car. So when he pulled up, it reminded me of my past, when a past boyfriend, he used to wash my car when I was younger. And so I always thought that was so special because he would wash my car and bring my car to me, clean the inside and outside. So anyways, I see my friend, he pulls up and his car is just shining. It's just beautiful. And so what is the topic? Do not get your revelation from your situation, which means that don't look at something and get a revelation about what God wants to say to you, because God is a spirit. So he speaks in your spirit. So let's get back to the story. So my friend, he pulls up in his lady car. He had washed it. It was so nice. And the car it's still running, and AC going in there. It's cold. It's just clean. And so he get out, talk, and then he go about his business. And when he pulled off, I got a revelation. Right? We can be wrong because we're humans. We're in these fleshly bodies, and we can say something is God that is not God. And so I got a revelation that I felt like God spoke to me. And this was something else that I was going to add to my list. So I was like, you know what? When I get a man, he better clean my car. This what I'm talking about. This is top tier. This man pulls up her car. She's not worried about a thing. This man has cleaned her car. And so I added this to my list. We have this list, right? And God is not a lot of the things off of the list because it's not him. So anyways, I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This man just cleans her car. It's just so beautiful and amazing. So anyways, fast forward, I think it probably was about 2 weeks later. It couldn't have came no sooner, because I guess sometimes God needs you to know things right away so that you don't start piling things on saying that it's him. He got to clear his name. God will stand up and clear his name, right? So God had to stand up and clear his name. So anyways, one day, now this is my homie, this is my friend. And to this day, still my friend. So I get a phone call. Didn't even expect it. I get a phone call and I'm like, hello. And they said, hi, my name is such and such, and I'm a recovery specialist. And so if you don't know what a recovery specialist is, to us, that's the repo man. We look at, we like, oh, the repo man, repossession man. He come to repossess, your car. He's a recovery specialist, and he works for the bank to recover their property. And so anyways, he called and he said, hey, my name is such and such. I'm a recovery specialist. Do you know such and such? And such would be my homie. He said, because I noticed that you're his neighbor, he said, and we're trying to get the such and such type of car that pulled up. And so he said, we've been trying to get this car, and he's gotten so good at hiding this car. He said, and I'm trying to recover this car back for the bank. And he said, I'll give you $200 if you can help me get this car, to recover this car back, because he's very good at hiding this car. So this don't just change things, because here I am, like I said, don't get your revelation from your situation. Stop looking at what somebody else got or what somebody else is doing, and then you get a revelation from God, and that's not God. God has to stand up and clear his name. And so me getting a revelation that this is the type of man, but I'm going to add this to the list. If a man don't do that, then he's not this, and you can't do that. So the guy was like, yeah, I'll give you $200 if you could help me get this car, because they're going to contact somebody that knows you, and that's how they're able to do what they need to do. So the man is contacting me saying, I will give you $200 if you can help me get this car. So I was like, nah, I can't do that. Now, even though I'm saved, I'm a Christian, I'm still not going to do that. Not because you would think, well, that's not righteous. Well, I don't work for the bank as well. I don't work for the bank, and I don't work for him. And I'm not, I can be a mediator, right? Jesus is in me. He's the mediator between God and man. That it was a war going on, right, between us and God reconciled us back through Jesus. So Jesus came in between to be the mediator. He didn't take sides. God does not take sides. He takes over. So here I am in the situation with my friend. This is my homie to this day. This is my friend. And I said, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I said, but this is what I'm gonna do. I said, I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna talk to him and I'm gonna see what's going on. And so I called my friend, and I was like, hey, so listen, I said, so this guy just contacted me and asked me, did I know you? He knows that we're neighbors. And he asked me, about this car. He was saying that he's been trying to get this car. And I was like, so what's up? And he was like, yeah, man. He was like, I just ain't got it. He was like, but he ain't getting my car. He was like, I'm going to get it to him. No, I'm going to get it to him. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. He was like, I'm going to get it to him. I'm going to pay him. He was like, but he just can't. He said, I just can't give it up right now. Now, even though he was wrong and I'm saying that I'm a believer, that's still not my business to turn him in or try to set him up in any type of way. Regardless, the money isn't worth it. And so I talked to the recovery specialist guy. I was like, hey, he said he trying to get up the money. And I said, just give him a call. I told him you trying to call him, just give him a call. And so I don't know if he was able to contact him or whatever the case or what happened. But my whole point in saying this, and my friend, he's doing good and everything. My whole point is not to say don't snitch. No, my whole point is to say, don't look at a situation and get a revelation. Do not get your revelation from a situation that you see and think and try to say that that's God, because that could very well not be God. And you're putting something on God and you're putting something on your future spouse or your future job, or anything future. You could say, oh, because this person went to this car lot and they did this and they didn't have to pay any money down. Now you're trying to put that same stipulation on the car lot that you go to. And you can't do that. Your situation is different. So it's whatever God is saying to you, whatever he's doing in your life, he's cookie cut your life out, right? So don't get your situation, your revelation from your friend. Your friend might be married, and her husband does this. Your husband may be different. Your husband might not even like that thing that you're looking at saying, oh, I'm going to start doing this for him. So don't get your revelation that God is telling me to do this based on what you see from the outside. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit. So he's going to speak to you inside of your spirit and your mind. Do God speak from outward things? Sure. Most of the time when he can't get your attention. But what I'm telling you, he'll speak inside of your spirit rather than you get in an external, you're observing something externally and thinking this is God. And now you saying that God told you. This is how we get ourselves in trouble. And this is how a lot of prophets, people who are prophesying the wrong things, and they're prophesying the wrong things because they watch something and then they say, the Lord told me that this is going to happen to China or to the United States or to, that's how they get their revelation. And what I'm saying is don't observe and then get a revelation, because you will get yourself in trouble. And so I'm so thankful to God that he stood up and that he cleared his name and said, no, that is not me. And you're not going to add that onto the list, because your husband might not do this, but your husband might do a whole lot of other things. So stop it. Just stop. You gotta just stop yourself. Just stop yourself. Just stop it. Push the button. Just turn yourself off. Turn it off and stop putting stuff on God that's not God. But I hope this message was a blessing to you, because it was a blessing to me. And make sure you comment below. Let me know if you've been in that situation that you thought something was God and it wasn't, and God had to stand up and clear his name.